Week 4 of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball has arrived. The world's best continue the championship chase, fighting to have their name inscribed into the Book of Unlimited. A single crown interlaced into the heart of a team sport. Tonight, 2 Olympic captains, Betania de la Cruz and Shayla Castro, look to gain ground on the leaderboard. Which international legend will come out on top? Who will be disappointed? The penultimate week of competition is teed up. Get ready for Athletes Unlimited Volleyball right now. The journey is long, and now is when the veterans show their value. Team de la Cruz and Team Sheilla meet for the second time in Athletes Unlimited Volleyball history. Fair Park Coliseum has been our home. Betania de la Cruz has chosen a brand new group of players to challenge Team Sheilla, who won last time. Team Sheilla has gone back to the well, selecting a very similar group here in our 4th week of 5 in total. Our top 5 in points coming into this weekend and this evening. Danny Drews, number 1, the rookie Betania, followed by Sheilla. This is Sheila's final week, so there will be some more room this weekend created on the top 5. Welcome inside, everybody. Kevin Barnett back once again with Heather Cox, former professional player. And Heather, a lot of concentration on the end of a championship chase, but in Athletes Unlimited, championships can be won and lost every single week.
Yeah, Kevin, as the pressure mounts, that mental toughness becomes more and more important as we head to championship weekend. The other thing that these players need to remember is in their head, they're thinking, we have got to bring it, because it's not just about individual success. Right now, they've got to think if they want to be on the top of the leaderboard come championship week, they need team success too. So it's about playing well for yourself and for your team.
These teams are chosen by the captains, and the focus remains on the captains first with Shayla Castro, who, as I mentioned, selected a lot of the same players, but she herself is outstanding.
Yeah, we have got a couple of international legends on the court tonight. 3rd on the leaderboard. Last week, more than 5 kills and 3 digs per match. Has an uncanny ability to find the court. And what a legend she was in the match last week. A 39-37 win. Sheilla got every single set past 25 except for 2. She'll go up tonight against Betty de la Cruz, 2nd on the leaderboard, averaging 4.8 kills per game this season. Teams trying to find any way to stop her. This time she hits right over the block. So what do? You put 3 up against her, and Betty still finds a way to get it through from the back row attack. She is also a scoring threat from the service end line. 7 aces in the season so far. This one clocking in at 52 miles an hour thanks to that great topspin jumper.
These women triple duty: captains, players, star players, and moms.
Yeah, proving that you actually can do it all and do it well. They are superwomen playing professionally at the highest level while raising their children. Shayla Castro with twins, Liz and Nina, who have been here in Dallas all season long, and Sheilla just makes it look so easy. And Betty de la Cruz, of course, joined by her son Fair this entire time as well. It's been just a privilege to see and really inspiring.
2 legends who have had the opportunity, the unique opportunity to play together here, and they've really come to love the presence of one another.
Absolutely.
I
You
wish
see
we
that
could play the
smile on
last
their-
week together. Sad.
Oh my God, but it's okay. We are in blue, and we play the first game again.
Oh. Love you.
And some draft highlights for me. Shadera McNeil, after no playing time the first week and limited in the second week, she made the most out of her time last week, moving up to 20th. Also, Morgan Hens, the first libero chosen, moved up 10 spots to number 5. In my opinion, the top libero here. And outside hitter Cassidy Lickman's stock just keeps rising. Started the season as 25th. Then went to 16, 7, and this week the 3rd pick. Such a valuable player on the court.
Take a look at our starting lineups first for Team Sheilla, and in this case, a setter goes with a hitter.
Absolutely no surprise that Nutsara Tomcom was chosen early, because Shayla Castro is so comfortable with the quick attack that she runs. Also look for Ali Bastianelli in the middle. Is just a blocking stud, leads the league in blocks per game. And Ari Cruz, to me, is an X factor on the outside.
An embarrassment of riches in the middle. Taylor Morgan is going to be the backup here, so a 3-headed opportunity for Team Sheilla. On the other side for Team de la Cruz, Really interesting. Taylor Fricano gets her very first start.
What an amazing opportunity. Betty De La Cruz really taking a chance on Fricano. She hasn't played a whole lot, really has only been a blocking sub. And De La Cruz with 9 new players on the squad, but 2 very familiar faces in middle blocker Molly McCage, who has played a ton with Betty. They're very comfortable with one another. And then Noma Velez Augusto playing with Betty for the 8th time in the last 9 weeks, dating back to last Athletes Unlimited season.
Number 51, that is Taylor Fricano. She apparently has recovered from the ankle injury from the stomp she received from the Twins.
From the Twins.
We've talked to her in the chair chat, been a lot of fun. She said, I had to abandon my entire plan that I had for the chair chat when we were going to talk, when I was drafted and going to play. They're still working on the Netflix show, though. Fricano and McCage, it's been taken onto the court, but the show is still a go. So the bench is getting ready. Hope you are ready. Thanks for joining us worldwide as we are set for match number 1 of 6 on the weekend. This is Wednesday night action. And Key Michael, as usual, the Olympian, is with us somewhere in the arena.
I'm right here. I'm right here down by the sidelines. Guys, I'm going to get you as close as possible to the action, so if you're watching at home, use the hashtag KeyCam if you want to talk to somebody. But first of all, let me give you my player to watch. Last week, for Team Low, it was Taylor Bruns who put away the last point against De La Cruz, that huge comeback, and then she was chosen by Betty herself to play on her team, so look for her to come in and do some damage today.
Thanks, Key. Oh, damage done right there on point number 1. Betania with authority. Betty De La Cruz, multiple-time Olympian from the Dominican Republic. And captain leader here for the 8th time. That is a league record, and that is sport-wide. Betty again. Nice read from Ari Cruz. Stalls her into the block, and that one will go out of bounds. You heard Heather Cox touch on it. Your team's success is a greater indicator of your own personal success on our Geico leaderboard. Without those team points, you are not going to rise up into the top 5.
One of the reasons I love this Athletes Unlimited scoring system so much, because you can't just be an individual star. You have to help make your team better if you want to rise up on that leaderboard, and it just shows the true importance of a team sport.
Veronica Stoneback to serve. Every action you take as a player, positive or negative in terms of its result. You also get MVP points, but those team points are 60% of your total. And I said you can't work your way up. You can fall down a bit. Team De La Cruz went 0-3 last weekend, and that hurt Betty, allowed Danny to take the lead.
Absolutely. Another look at the scoring breakdown, 60% on win points, just 36% on those individual stats. And as you mentioned, also 4% on MVP voting. That's voted on by the players as well as the fans.
And by the way, those are approximations. This is not something where you take a number and then multiply it by a percentage. That has been done through the formula, the development of the scoring system for Athletes Unlimited. We are 5 points in. Lindsay Stalzer might remain at the line. We have our very first challenge, the captain's challenge. Get 2 per team per set. You can challenge ball in or out, ball touch at the net, all manner of line faults. And I believe here we're going to be challenging whether that ball was in or out from Molly McCage's back slide, looking for the back line. April Frick, our R2, checking it out.
All right, there we go. We're looking to see if it's off of the hands of Ari Cruz. And then the ball, whether or not the ball is in or out on the end line. This angle, it's very hard to be definitive without that side view, but to me, that looks like it is out.
All right, each team does get those 2 challenges. Use it or lose it. They don't carry over. In the event that we do have a golden set, which we have not yet in league history, that would mean we were tied at the end of the 3rd set. In the aggregate score, each team would get 1 additional challenge. The referee can also call a challenge. We saw that last week. He can ask for a review, or she. That ball pounded through the block. Stalzer got enough of it. Childress, dug by Tomcom. Nice move from Fricano. Blasted through the block finally by Cruz.
We talked about the fact that Ari Cruz can be that X factor, and when she is bringing heat, this team is so multi-dimensional. I love the combo of Cruz and Stalzer on the outside. So much power in their shoulders.
Outside, Betty. Excellent touch from the block. Can they go to the middle? Yes, they can. Ari Shut with the kill. 5-2, Team Sheilla, the opener.
And Kevin, Ari Shut is just one of those players that has gotten better and better each and every week of Athletes Unlimited. She started the season with an injured right thumb, kept her out of practice. She wasn't the player that we're seeing now. I love how much better she's gotten and how much more of an impact she can make on the court.
Tough serve issued. Opportunity gained for Team Sheilla. Fricano down the line, and there's a kill for number 51. Fricano has already played professionally in a number of countries, most recently over in Italy.
I love it. Taylor saying that no professional club matches the level of professionalism of Athletes Unlimited. She has played in, as you mentioned, 4 countries and said nothing is as good as this.
Into the middle, pancake from Childress. Noma underneath it, and it stays alive. Well, if you just keep charging the ball, good things happen here. Free ball coming. Lickman, Childress, McCage, done.
So good to see Molly McCage back out here healthy. And look at the pancake dig from setter Alicia Childress to keep this ball alive, allowing Molly McCage to put it away with that 31 attack.
Lickman, dig. Betty, no swing to be had. Ball's right on the line. Boy, veteran front row. Cruz on one pin and Sheilla on the other. 6-4, early action. Arisha back to serve. Went to college at Long Beach State. She has been a streaky threat from the line. This one driven deep. Deep corner is good. A stretch from number 51, Taylor Fricano. Fricano at 6'4" and long at the opposite.
Yeah, and using every inch of that height. Look at how high her point of attack is at the very top of her reach and showing that it's not all about power, it's about finding that open spot. Great shot down the line.
Quick attack is good. It's our Tomcom. Has she shown a predilection to go to the middle a lot?
Absolutely. She likes, as we mentioned earlier, that quick set, and that starts in the middle. She loves taking the ball really high and flicking with her wrists. She'll run a very quick outside attack as well.
I asked Ali Bastianelli, I said, how is it to read Newt Sara? She does a lot of interesting footwork. She'll drop down, she'll shoot it out. Ali said, my plan is just to stay on the same team. That way I don't have to worry about it, because it's
brilliant.
terrible. Terrible to have to read.
That's funny.
Molly McCage back in action. Said she's feeling a lot better this week and excited to be in the starting lineup full time. Ooh, that ball was close. Pass by Stalzer. Good pass. Betty with the dig, and a head-to-head collision. That was dangerous between McCage and Childress. Ball popped up, play continues. Outside, Lickman. That was a rip. Middle for Stone with a finish and make sure Childress is all right.
Yeah, check out this collision between McCage and Childress, both going for the ball. Boy, they both got it pretty good.
You don't want to meet at the quarterback like that.
And we saw McCage with a collision earlier in the season as well. I hope that they're both okay.
And both players remain on the floor, and an ace from McCage, so she appears to be all right.
It's one way to make your head feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Aces are good for headaches.
Molly McCage, noted Cheez-Its enthusiast. No word on whether Karsta shared last week.
Who doesn't like a good Cheez-It?
Yeah, I mean, they have toasted, they've got white cheddar, they've got large. Count me in.
Extra crunchy, all the things.
8-8, first set. Glad you're with us here on all of our distribution channels worldwide. Kevin Barnett alongside Heather Cox, the Olympian. Key Michael will join us throughout. This is our first match of 6 and weekend number 4 of 5. Championship weekend starts Thursday evening next week. Childress outside again. Lichtman trying to work against the smaller Tom-Com, and that's a winner for the orange side.
Lichtman, just one of those players that makes every ball better. She's the type of player that you want to be playing next to you because she just, I mean, the goal in volleyball is to better the ball, and that's exactly what Lichtman does almost every time she touches it.
Palatine, Illinois is home. North Carolina was school. Nice dig by Betty Logator to set. Overhead, left for Sheilla, dug by Noma. Battling Bix. It is hard to get a kill in Fair Park. Outside, Stalzer. Oh, that was in rhythm.
And that's that quick set we've talked about with Nutsara, Tom-Com, and the flick of their wrist, and it's a perfect combination play, setting that go out to Lindsay Stalzer because Stalzer just so athletic and can get to the ball quickly.
Oh, would you like it wrist away? Thumb down?
You got it. Cassidy Lichtman taking orders. Watch that wrist, the right wrist that Kevin's talking about, how she turns her thumb down into the court to crank that sharp cross court.
Back to the line. Goes Cass. Yeah, I agree. You want to play next to Cass Lichtman, and since I can't, I'll choose Julie Lichtman instead. A little pickleball, little pickle happening this weekend. It's my partner.
What do we have on the line? And is there a line?
Well, there's pride, and yes, it's called the kitchen. You can't cross the line into the kitchen.
It must stay out of the kitchen.
Cass Lichtman down the line, working on Stalzer. What a nice long set. The Olympians fighting it out. Lishman pops that one up. That was kind of a sticky redirect there.
It was. It hung out in Alicia's hand a little long. But hey, let's let it go. I love it. Childress is so cagey, such a veteran. Of course, Olympic setter, great setter at Penn State for Russ Rose, and showing she's got every tool in the toolkit.
12-9, Team Delacruz causes Team Sheilla to take a timeout. We're going to check Alicia Childress for a little extra pine tar on that left hand during this timeout. When we're back to Fair Park, we'll give you the best of week 3. We're trying to take you inside the game. We had a whole bunch of good sound coming out of that week. We'll give it to you coming up in just a moment. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate and by Dick's Sporting Goods.
There is a path that leads to a community where everyone is welcome, where respect, teamwork, and passion pave the way. A path where greatness is born and legends are made. But wherever your path may lead you, it is yours.
Go for the seam, but then today's closing late. So should I just stay?
Yeah, I would just stay, or if anything, like, just stay deep and then read from there.
Yeah,
you know, if she's like.
Because I took a step too far to the corner.
Right now.
Remember our keys. Yeah. Win the serve and pass battle. That's a huge strength of ours, so let's take advantage of that, right? No, come on, help me! Get in there tight, go ahead. Go for it. Yes! They want a dub sub, we're just gonna put a bigger person in front of them. Come on, let's go up. Oh.
That's okay, that's okay. Let her out.
I just think we need to either do like a double sub for different energies, for more options.
Ella dice de traer la doble sustitución para ver si podemos ayudar a
Erika will start.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay.
Nobody has really hit that sharp to you yet. It's always been like in between us. So I would kind of take a step right.
We know it's +8. Show us the replay so we can watch film.
Go, Aaron! Go, Aaron! Go, Aaron! Go, Aaron!
Also, stay in the huddle a little bit longer. I feel like we're just walking away from each other. So stay together.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Myron, come on. I got you fast. Cover her. Go.
Taylor Furcano, you saw her there wearing blue last week. She is now in orange for this week. That is the Athletes Unlimited way.
A couple things to watch here. Watch for Shui to go back behind the setter here on a good pass.
Betty was under that, I thought. Yeah, and you cannot challenge that. We don't have enough angles to challenge that one. It will be let go. I think Betania was close. Count the kill for Stalzer, who's been called on to do a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and she just keeps getting better and better as well. I mean, she can handle that. She's played professionally in 10 different countries. True veteran.
Stone working off the block. Veronica Stone did not play initially in week 1 very much and has earned herself a starting position via her play.
Yeah, I think that's been one of my most favorite things during the season, to see players that didn't get drafted highly in that first week, didn't get a lot of playing time, and have slowly worked their way into valuable playing time by showing just how much they can contribute.
Overhead Stalzer goes high and catches Lickman. Lickman was only at about 20 feet there.
Now serving 14, Sheilla, number 29, Lindsay.
Strong point scoring rotation right now for Team Castro with Nutsar Tomcom in the back row, Shayla in the front, next to Shui and Cruz. A very international front line for Team Castro.
McCage, a little soft one. Lishman gets an arm under it. McCage again. A lot of cross-court open, and she found it. Last time these teams met, of course, in this league, it's a little bit different. Same moniker, different players. Shayla Castro and Nutsara Tomcom, along with Ari Schutt, took home MVP honors. It was a victory for Team Sheilla and had all 3 of those players and others climbing our Geico leaderboard. Good to see Ari Cruz back healthy and hammering. Taylor looking for that deep corner. Ball's tight. That's a big block. Taylor Furcano and Molly McCage. Betty off the hands and out of bounds. Boy, you ought to be scoring here if you're Dela Cruz. 15-11.
And I'm thinking if you're Captain De La Cruz, you are loving the balance you're seeing. You're getting so much from everybody you drafted. First, the block from Furcano and McCage, and then in transition, Betty able to put it away.
Shayla cross court, dug by Childress. Betty rips it.
Boy, and Kevin, that is a tough angle. She was blind to the court. Betty's reaching behind her. That ball was coming over her shoulder as she swung at it and still able to get some heat.
Just pure mechanics and snap from Betania De La Cruz, much to the delight of the orange side.
I like the balance that we've seen from Team De La Cruz. So many people getting involved, and especially the start for Taylor Furcano.
I like the dancing of Noami Santos Lamb. Feeling the flow. Furcano. Little soft stuff goes, so Furcano's off to a nice start. We can have fans and family here this year, and they might even come from overseas. Key with Anton.
Hi guys, I'm here with Anton. This is Taylor Brun's husband. You've come all the way from Sweden to be here.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here. It's so much fun.
And you guys met because you're also a volleyball player.
Yes, we met playing. Taylor was actually playing abroad in Sweden, so we played for the same club.
And
yep.
And do you guys talk a lot about volleyball when you're not playing volleyball?
Yes, so there's a lot of volleyball going around in our household. So since both of us play a lot, and yeah, there's constantly volleyball going around. We watch all kind of games, Champions League, sometimes the beach, any volleyball. It's all anything.
I know Taylor always tells me every once in a while I'll get a message. I'm listening to the match that you're commenting right now. How is Taylor Swedish?
She's working on it.
Yeah?
She's pretty good, actually. Yeah. I would give her more credit than she probably gives herself, though. Like, she understands a lot. There's some pronunciations, but that's the tough part, though. But
anything for love, though,
yeah.
Right? So when Taylor got recruited, I wouldn't say recruited, when she got drafted to Betty's team, did she tell you anything? Was she excited to play with anyone in particular?
I know she's super excited to play with Betty always. Like, she really enjoys playing with her in the team as captain, I think. So,
I feel like it's so cool because last week Taylor was the one to put away the last point against Shayla Cruz, and then I was sitting in the draft and Betty chose Taylor, and like a little wink and a smile, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here.
Maybe so that won't happen again.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't want to be on the receiving end of that. Well, it's so cool that you're here, and I appreciate you being on the broadcast, and let's get back to watching some volleyball.
Of course, yeah. Super excited to be here.
Thanks, Key and Anton. It's not too late to get your Athletes Unlimited volleyball merch. Key's shirt is definitely for sale. There are great offerings to choose from, including the popular Dig, Set, Kill and Name and Number tees. I like that Dig, Set, Kill one. That might be my favorite. Well, the team colors. Key's dancing also good. You can check out everything, the number tees, the crew necks, the hoodies, and more. Items available now at shop.auprosports.com, so buy yours today.
Yeah, I like the black hoodie too. That's I think my favorite piece of merch.
Yeah. Key is a noted connoisseur of hoodies.
Yes, she knows all about the hoodie.
Glad you're with us here, Team Dela Cruz. Went winless last weekend. Right now they're up in set number 1, 17-11. In fact, Team Dela Cruz was on the unfortunate end of a historic, what was a very historic weekend, but another part of that was the fact that Team Dela Cruz won the first 2 sets. They had a massive lead in the third, just needed 14 points in the third set. Couldn't get it, got 11, and went down 63-61. First time a team has lost the first 2 sets of a match and then come back to win the overall.
Another reason that we love this format, because it means you can never, ever give up, and hard to believe if you just need 14 that you're not going to get it. I mean, that's so deflating, but what an incredible comeback win.
Shayla, high turn down the line. Shayla Castro, there are so many superlatives you can use to describe her illustrious career, but just what we've seen while we've been here has been impressive. Week 1, she hits 161. Week 2, she hits 296. Week 3, 317. And your question might be, oh, did she get fewer attempts? How good? What were the variations there? As we watch Shayla get another kill, and she's hitting higher at 317 right now. She had 93 attempts, 98 attempts, and then 120 when she hit 317.
Well, and that was the week that I was talking about in that set that they won 39-37. Shayla got every single set after point 25 other than 2. And everybody I talked to said they have never seen such a phenomenal individual performance, a player that just took her team on her back and willed them to victory.
Just wide from Betania de la Cruz. I'll look at Shayla's numbers last year to this year, no comparison at all. Just working her way back last season from a retirement. She would go on to try and make the Olympic team, did not. But she's back here once again as that ball, McCage lets go off of her own kill. And it has been the very best of Shayla here. One of those situations, any athlete that's come back in a rehab situation, you're struggling, and then there's kind of a moment where you just start to feel like yourself again. I feel like you hit a moment and your rehab goes vertical in terms of recovery.
It's that proverbial switch. I mean, when that just clicks and you feel it, and then the confidence comes. And I mean, Shayla Castro, one of the best opposites of her generation. No doubt that that time was going to come.
Outside fast. Lickman had to abbreviate everything. Shayla, snap again. Reach, snap, and repeat.
Shayla Castro picking up her 5th kill already here in the set. That's right about her set average, and this time, again, finding that open court.
Kids, if you want to be a good volleyball player, it's not about winning the warm-ups. As we have Rise Santos check in. It's a little double sub action with Morgan. It's not about bouncing balls in warm-ups. It's about hitting the last 2 feet of the court consistently, having the ball clear the net at a high level.
Yeah, and getting over the top of the block, because that's the area of the court that the block theoretically is supposed to take away, and Shayla just makes it look so effortless. I love watching her game.
McCage already with an ace. That soft tip is courtesy of Ali Bastinelli.
Been very impressed with the balance we've seen from both setters, really using all of their attackers, going pin to pin and then finding the middle, making it very hard for the block.
Outside, Stalzer again in transition, and she delivers.
Just such a leaper.
Talking about the growth of players and their value. It's nice to see Lindsay Stalzer being a Terminator in transition. She was called upon to do it last week, and she's delivering it now. Thanks to Geico, our official partner, for their support of Athletes Unlimited. Furcano again. And just enough of the second contact by Lishman. On her horse, Betty off the block. She was close to being over. If anyone saw it, you might think about a captain's challenge late in the set.
Yeah, let's watch her toes. She has to be behind that white line, cannot touch it. I think she was as close to being illegal as legally possible. A micro hair. Just powers it through the block.
Would that be a red hair? Is that thinner than a regular hair?
Yeah, how thick it is.
Yeah. 20-18 off of that stuff block. Ali Bastinelli continues to show her chops at the net. She's +7 on anyone else coming in. She adds to her total on that play. That is +7 in total blocks. That one rode up on Noma. Second contact, difficult to come by. Free ball. Full complement. Outside Stalzer. Oh, on a heater. She looks like she's done some work with Nutsara on that set.
Yeah, and I mean, she's the type of player, because she's so explosive and so quick. She likes that go set. It's quicker to the outside. She can just beat the block to it. Yeah, they look like they've been playing together a lot longer than a couple days.
For the tie. Dig by Bastinelli. Defense in the back row now. And another winner from Stalzer, the point scoring machine. Stalzer, 7 of 12, north of 600.
Watch the athleticism and the explosion going right over the hands of Alicia Childress, who turned to her team and said, "That's me, I got this."
Timeout called the other way. Team Dela Cruz has been equaled. Boy, they were leading 17-11, so a 9-3. Unbelievable run for Team Sheilla, and we are right back to a competitive first set. Let's go into the action with Guaranteed Rate right now.
That's a fun fact. Ron, we all have the same middle name too. It's not cute. Fun fact, did you know that some cats can be allergic to humans? Oh, wow! I didn't see it coming. Did she even see it coming? Yes, yes! Way to go! Good job, DB. Ooh! Even better! Yes, girl.
Welcome to Ronica Stone's Fun Fact Factory, ladies and gentlemen.
I like it.
Here in Dallas. Ronica Stone, 1,600 points this year in 13th spot, and that's minus the first week. All right, Heather, is there a red hot list?
There is a dream team.
Oh,
list,
yes,
Kevin.
the dream
team. All right, the dream
Even
team
better.
is one from each position awarded at the end of the season. So I picked who it would be if it were to be awarded right now. The outside hitters, Betty De La Cruz and Danny Drews. No surprise, 1 and 2 on the leaderboard. My middle blockers have changed, though. This week it goes to Taylor Sanbothi, who has brought it the last couple weeks, and Molly McCage, now that she's back 100% healthy. For the setter, I give it to Carly Lloyd. The difference is because of her blocking. She's really stood out. My opposite pick, Shayla Castro, and my libero choice, no surprise, Morgan Hens, 4.8 digs per game during this season.
How about Danny Drews is going to play outside hitter this week? She's in control. Could still go to the opposite. We've seen her kind of move back and forth, but she's right now slated this evening, later tonight, match number 2, to play at the outside hitter spot. We will have some end of season awards. The Geico Defensive Player of the Year award comes with an extra $5,000. We'll also have that Dream Team. We'll have the Sportsmanship Award and so much else in our conclusion of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball Season 2. Coming up next week, Saturday night will be the last night, but you want to turn in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 2 matches a night as per usual. And then we will put a champion on the pedestal on Saturday. 20 apiece, race to 5, win by 2. Deep corner, Stalzer, another winner, continuing an outstanding first set for Lindsay Stalzer. 8 kills in this set alone on 13.
And this run for Team Sheilla has all been behind much more efficient attacking. On that 9-3 run, they've improved their hitting efficiency by over 100 points. Just means they're swinging smarter, not making the errors.
Need to be able to kill balls in transition. They are doing it. Another opportunity. Where does it go? Bastianelli, high ball. Middle to middle right there. What a bump set. And the put away. Boy, give that one to Childress.
And Lickman showing that she has the heat. I mean, we've seen so many of her smart shots, but this time, thanks to the great bump set, keeps the ball in front of her and is able to go right through the seam of the block.
Yeah, Cass does have some pop, Heather. That's a great call out. Morris tracks that one down. Here comes Betty. Yeah, you wanted some pop? It's more of a boom, really. (22-21), double sub, unwound. Shayla Nutsara back. Double sub successful with Rai Santos. Block, Stone.
Interesting to me, Kevin, that they use the double sub and bring Nutsara back in the front row. Typically, we'd see the double sub the other way around. When Nutsara is a front row player, they'd bring her out to get a bigger block in. I think they brought Rai Santos in that time to bring a little change in chemistry and momentum, but now Nutsara is a front row threat or a weakness as a small blocker.
Stone covered by Furcano, nice job. High over, set down by number 81.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup to keep our eye on with Betty De La Cruz at that left front position going up against Nutsara Tomcom as the right front blocker for Team Sheilla at just 5'7", going up against the 6'2" athletic Betty.
Set point. Furcano with the dig. Betty for the win. Long. And she knows she missed it. Second set point coming up. To that point, that was a 4-1 run from 20 all. Nutsara to the back row. Betty, Alicia, and Ronica on the front for the women in orange. Betty. There you go. You can hear the crispness of that shot.
Betty got every piece of that, and boy, talk about stepping up your game in crunch time. When it was 20 all, Team Orange got it together and became a much better attacking team. Betty De La Cruz with 7 kills in that first set.
The MVP queen continues to play like it. She's got 14 honors on the year. So far through one, you give her number 15. After the break, we'll have Amy Halverson from Aspiration. They're doing great work on behalf of Athletes Unlimited and the planet. Set one in the books. The women in orange, 25-22. Dela Cruz looking for the first win in a while. We are back in Dallas, Texas. Team Dela Cruz takes the first set 25-22 over Team Sheilla. We will play three. The aggregate score will carry the victory. A lot of mileage to go in match number 1 of 2 tonight inside Fair Park. Welcome back inside, everybody. Kevin Barnett, Heather Cox. We're enjoying this, and we welcome in now Amy Halverson, Aspiration Senior Director of You guys are doing such great work down there, Amy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Kevin.
What message do you think Athletes Unlimited is sending the sports world by becoming carbon neutral?
I think Athletes Unlimited is setting the bar for other sports leagues. They're saying, hey, climate change is here. We're doing our part to address it by making our leagues carbon neutral. And it sets the tone for other leagues to ask themselves, what are they doing to take action against global warming? The truth is we're entering a huge shift in human behavior when it comes to energy consumption. So partnerships like this are not just good for the planet, they're good for business too.
So Amy, how specifically can Aspiration really help Athletes Unlimited become carbon neutral?
So we have conducted an assessment to determine the league's overall carbon footprint. And to address that, we have built a reforestation campaign for fans and athletes. And you might ask, why reforestation? And the answer is it's because tree planting is one of the most effective ways to capture carbon in the atmosphere because we want Kevin to be able to continue to go snowboarding. So 2 examples of this are how we're engaging fans and athletes. One of them is with planet protection. So for every ticket sold, we'll contribute to funding carbon removal projects around the globe. And secondly, Athletes Unlimited is committing to planting trees for big wins on the court and the field. If you've been watching basketball, you'll have seen our Trees for Threes program, and that is 10 trees planted for every 3-pointer scored. For softball, we have Around the Bases, where 100 trees are planted for every run scored. And of course, now we have Aspiration Aces for volleyball.
Yeah, what was the inspiration behind that, and when can I get into this forest to snowboard? Is it a high-altitude forest?
It's low altitude. You can just walk there. An ace is one of the most exciting moments in volleyball, and we want to honor those special moments. With Aspiration Aces, every time a player scores an ace, we commit to planting 10 trees.
Fantastic. Amy, thank you so much for what you guys are doing over there at Aspiration, your support of the league, as you mentioned, not only in volleyball, but also across the other sports. And we will look forward to the new forest.
Yes, likewise.
Amy, thank
you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Heather.
Amy Halverson of Aspiration, the Aspiration Aces program, has already put trees in the ground throughout this season. It was 1,370 coming in tonight. Hey, Molly McCage, how about some oxygen for us?
How about 10 more trees? And love the alliteration too, right?
Of course, that's my favorite. For every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited volleyball season, as you saw there, Aspiration will plant 10 trees. That was near 1,400 tonight. We're going to cross that benchmark just this evening. We're going to aim for 1,500, 1,600 if the passers will cooperate throughout this weekend. Big thanks to Aspiration and their support for Athletes Unlimited, as well as the planet Earth.
Serving for Team Sheilla, number 18,
Set 2 in the offing. It was a lot of De La Cruz, but the comeback runs from Team Sheilla. How does Team Sheilla get over the hump and start to apply pressure to the other side in the form of leading?
Well, I think the more that they can pass 3 balls, so a 3 ball is a perfect pass where TomCom can set all 3 options, the better they'll be. They just need to continue to be balanced, set pin to pin. I think they had a passing breakdown, which led them to become a little bit too predictable.
Not often you hit 330 in a set and you lose.
Exactly.
That's what happened for Team Sheilla. Backslide Stone, Doug, back over. Betty. Lishman, yet another dig. She's off to a good start. Beautiful set once again from Childress, but it's hit wide. Heather, what's jumping out at you from set number 1 in terms of numbers?
Well, like you mentioned, Team Sheilla hit well, but they didn't have enough opportunities. Team De La Cruz with 2 more kills and a higher hitting percentage, also better defense, better blocking, and better serving all the way around. Just edged out Team Sheilla in every statistical category.
Veronica Stone goes deep corner for that kill. Veronica Stone played collegiately at Oregon. Right side tip, Childress, easy cover. Cass Lickman, the former setter, steps in and puts up a winner for Betty.
You could say that for just about every position for Cass Lickman. Played at Stanford, was an outside hitter, a libero, a setter. I don't think I saw her as a middle blocker ever, but I think she could have done it if necessary.
We'll just get that in every, oh, nice pass by the former libero. Nice kill by the former outside hitter.
That's not going to plant any trees.
Stalzer. Beautiful pass. What a move with the platform, and it pays off again. Betania one-on-one. That was Betty v. Sheila. Mentioned this the last weekend for Sheila. She'll be returning to Brazil and missing week 5.
Yeah, her brother's getting married, and I love the choice. You know, she's choosing family and prioritizing, knowing that this is the end of her volleyball career, ending a week earlier than she'd like, but it's nice to be able to celebrate her and celebrate all that she's accomplished throughout her career during this final week.
It's good to acquire that after near 2 decades of volleyball as a chosen pursuit, that there are other things.
Right, think of all the things that she's missed, that she's given up for the opportunity to pursue her passion, and it's time. Sheila deserves it.
Yeah, a couple of gold medals for Shayla Castro. A storied career that will end here on Saturday night. Betty again outside, tries to throw it in the middle and does exactly that.
Betty taking a page out of the Shayla Castro playbook by really moving the ball around. Normally we see the majority of her shots are power shots, but this time we saw Betty with the roll shot. We've seen, you know, the deep corner shot, really working it, getting inspired by the way that Shayla Castro moves the ball around the court.
Betty right now first in points, came in second. That's why she's in the orange jerseys, and has claimed a league high 5 or 6 MVP awards. Danny Drew's right behind with 5. Good opportunity for Sheila. No Morris with the pop-up. Lishman not to be outdone. Where do you go? Fricano? No middle. McCage, as both setters continue to make the middle a weapon.
Well, and I was talking to Dietrich Collins-Parker about the game plan, and she came in thinking that Betty De La Cruz's team would use the middle. It helps when you've got a libero like Nomaros Velez Augusto that can keep that ball alive, that can allow Fricano and McCage to terminate.
Betty, 10 kills, 5 digs already. McCage nearly added a block to her total. Instead, it's an error. 6-3.
Nobody likes the free ball error. The best thing you can do with a free ball is get that free ball kill, which is rare. The worst thing you could do is get the free ball error, which is also rare. Free ball typically the easiest play in volleyball.
The hero or zero play.
Yep. From the penthouse to the outhouse.
Perfect pass. Shayla off the hands indeed, as she's done thousands of times. If there's been one question about Shayla, and there's been just one, it's her serving. 21 errors, just 5 aces. She leads the league in service errors.
And it's because of those foot faults that she was accumulating early in the season, week 1 and week 2. But said she made an adjustment with the toss. Said that when she foot faults, it's because she tosses the ball too far in front of her and she's having to reach out to it and steps on that line. She gets a good toss, she doesn't get a foot fault. Watch how close, though. She just toys with the line every time, Kevin.
I like that favorite movie thing from Sheila there, the Green Mile.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Excellent book as well. Michael Clark Duncan. If you find someone exhaling flies around you, you've done something wrong. Doing everything right is Taylor Fricano.
Boy, Fricano's just been so efficient. 4 kills on 9 swings. No hitting errors.
And a high contact point. Our first look at Taylor Fricano in this season. Oh, right next to Veronica Stone, who shuts that one down.
Veronica Stone has made a name for herself in this Athletes Unlimited season so far with the block. Look at the lateral movement, turns and gets her hips squared up to the net, drops that left hand in on Ari Cruz.
Second block for Stone. That one was huge. Backslide Bastianelli in.
Bastianelli with that slide going off of one leg and only has one blocker up, so you want to go sharp cross court if you've only got that one blocker blocking line.
Former libero Cass Lickman with the dig. And the back line winner from Fricano. That was one of her crisper attacks thus far, getting a nice rhythm, number 51.
Taylor Fricano told me that she was playing overseas in Italy and flat out lost her love for the game. It was her dream. She speaks Italian. It was her dream to go to Italy and play professionally there, and it wasn't at all what she had hoped for, what she imagined. She said being back here playing professionally here in the States, she's reinvigorated, has brought her love for the game back. And it's showing with the way she's playing.
Yeah, season of the day here. Cass blocked to the back line. Just in. That is the best spot to block a ball, other than straight down like Veronica Stone. The extremes are good. Outside, Lickman. Off the block, out of bounds. We just keep going to that side with Nutsara in the front row. Cassie Lickman's teams have been winning. Consequently, her draft stock has been rising. Thrown in, played up by Betty. Again back. Very nice set. Batania again, blasting cross court. It is close. Kalei Mao, what's your assessment here of what's happening for your side?
Here on our hands is a lot of scramble plays and a little bit of hesitation on our side. But others, we have some great plays being made on both sides, but we just can't put the ball down right now.
We have seen Betty De La Cruz putting the ball down quite a bit, Kalei. 11 kills now. How do you stop her?
Honestly, you're gonna let her get what she deserves. Like when she takes a nice approach and has a good swing, she's gonna get that point. But the ones that she's just throwing over, like her less than perfect sets that she sets over, I think we need to crash in the middle and not let it hit the ground. that's going to be the secret for Betty De La Cruz.
All right, we'll keep our eye out. You guys went on a 9-3 run in the middle of the first set, then let it get away. What did you guys talk about after that first set that needs to change for the rest of this match?
Well, individually, we just needed to make some adjustments. I think Taylor Furcano is doing a really good job hitting over the block and then in the spaces that nobody is. So what we had to do was just adjust the defense and then, yeah, let it take its. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh!
Yeah, you're into the match, even though you're not into the match right now.
No.
Yeah, definitely. Stalzer comes back once again. Right side stone. Little revenge for Stalzer.
Okay, sorry, I'm yelling in the mic, but I'm all sweaty.
No, we want to hear it. We want to get into the game with you there, Calais.
This is so good fun, especially because we have so much more to play for. Like Sheila is going out with us, and we have to give everything we got these next 3 games. So I'm really excited to be a part of this, and just happy that I get to be her teammate on maybe her last team in her career.
Thanks, Calais.
Aloha. Thank you.
All right, Calais Mount checking out, cheering on as a part of Team Sheila right now. She's going to get called on this weekend for sure. Cass Lickman with the dig. Out to Betty. Yep, another K for 81.
It's so cool to hear Calais Mao talk about, you know, the player's perspective of what an honor and joy it is to get to play with Shayla Castro. I mean, we've all grown up with that name, Shayla Castro, and I think, you know, she'll be able to tell her grandchildren, like, I played in the last match with Shayla Castro that she played as a volleyball player, and that's pretty special. These players know what it means.
Shayla's played in Brazil and Turkey and Italy. Of course, a robust professional league system exists in Brazil. Tipped over, popped up once again, kept alive. Why not? More Betty. Lishman, perfect spot, thrown down by McCage for the winner. This league has increased the opportunity to play with a select other player by 4 times. Think about Sheila and Badania, who played together earlier in the year, or you mentioned now Calais getting a chance to match up with Sheila. Probably wouldn't happen given where Calais is early in her career, Sheila late in her career, somewhere else on the planet. The odds of that happening are so small. Here at AU, you can end up on one team one week and then your teammates the next.
Right, it can happen every week, which is, again, what makes this format so special and so unique. Really that 44-strong feeling, and every week you've got 10 new teammates.
13-11, Shayla Castro trying to will her side after a 25-22 loss in set 1. They had a lot of strength from Lindsay Stalzer in transition to get themselves even at 20. Just not enough at the end of that set. And not enough right now to stop Betania De La Cruz.
We heard Calais Mao talk about it. When Betty is in system, Calais' view is it's sort of those roll the ball plays. Like, you know, if she's in system and she's going to pound it, it's going to be hard to defend. But every time she's out of system in the roll shots, you have to dig and take advantage of them.
Blocked by Furcano. She's been a difference maker. What a pickup by Betania De La Cruz, who's proven time and again she's willing to take a chance on a player.
Yeah, and I love how much confidence Betty De La Cruz has in Furcano. One-on-one, great timing for Furcano. 2 blocks now, hitting 450, 5 kills. I mean, I would say that is an X-factor difference maker.
Yeah, she's part of those successful teams at North Carolina, routinely in the NCAA Women's Field of 64.
Fun fact, too, her cousin, Christian Braun, on the Kansas basketball team, that national championship game. So she definitely had torn allegiance, having played at UNC, but having a cousin that plays for Kansas.
Yeah, that was an exciting game. Watch the end of that one. Our director, Good Time Eric, did not enjoy the final.
But he's still wearing the UNC kick, so he's still a proud Tar Heel.
That ball is missed, and the lead now grows for Team De La Cruz here in the second. They're up 4. Technical timeout as one team reached 16 before anyone had called a timeout. Let's learn more about the Causes program and who Cass Lickman has chosen to partner with.
I am playing for PATH, which is my own organization, the nonprofit that I founded, and I felt like we're living in this world that's incredibly divided, and there's a lot of anxiety. There's such an opportunity in the sports world to learn from the skills that we're employing as we play sports and see how they transfer into life. And so we create content featuring some of the best athletes and coaches across the sports world, talking to kind of the lessons that they've learned and what's made them successful in the game, but also as human beings. And so that's a resource for kids, coaches, teachers, to just learn kind of the life skills that we hope that all adults have, once they get out into the world.
Athlete causes allow an athlete to play their season in part for the benefit of a nonprofit organization of their choice. As you just heard Cass Lickman say, she's partnered with herself in this one, in fact, being the exceptional individual that she is. At the end of the season, the Give Lively Foundation will make a grant equal to 50% of that athlete's end of season bonus to their nonprofit partner. So Cass Lickman, every action she takes here, positive or negative, in terms of the future of her nonprofit.
Absolutely, no pressure, Cass. Yeah, PATH uses sports as a vehicle to teach skills around empathy, equity, and empowerment. And what a role model Cassidy Lickman has been. Yeah, she will undoubtedly be closing the ceremonies for us come up next Saturday. Team De La Cruz, 16-12 and 41-34 in the overall, kind of slowly building a controlling interest in that 60-point overall victory. As Deidre Collins-Parker chats with our Cruz about a little strategy to get Team Sheilla back in it. And fans, listen, it's time. Take out your phone. You know you have it. Enter the code on the screen into the Athletes Unlimited app to earn points. AU Service 10 will get you some points you can spend on exclusive rewards. If you don't have the app, you got to go and get it now. It's in the Apple app or Google Play Store. You can start earning those points, unlock those awards, and stay in the know about Athletes Unlimited throughout. So you enjoy this format, you like the way it's scored, you enjoy seeing individual titles, check it out. Softball, lacrosse. First season of basketball just wrapped up right before we went to season 2 here in Fair Park in Dallas, Texas, and volleyball. You saw Team Sheila's facilitator, Deidre Collins-Parker, talking to Ari Cruz during that timeout. I talked to Deidre before the match, and she said one of the most important things for us, keep the ball away from Cassidy Lickman. They don't want to serve her at all. They don't want to let her touch the ball at all. And then they said, we also need to recognize that Betty De La Cruz's team is going to utilize those middles, McCage and Stone, so we can't just go to the pin. We've got to block middle first and also serve tough to stop the middle from being able to be attacked. It turns out Olympian Deidre Collins-Parker was right. And she knows what she's doing. As Cass Lickman cleans up that overpass from Betania's serve. Well, that was straight down. Remind me of Eric Sullivan hitting Javier Weber in Argentina in warm-ups. Crushing the setter right on top of the head. Deidre Collins also a head coach at San Diego State for about 11 years. Meanwhile, let's plant some trees, Betty. Betania puts 10 trees in the ground. She had a streak of 3 in a row last week. Her serve has really caught fire last week and now into night number 1 of week 4. 18-12. She loves to go sort of this 5-to-5. So from the left back all the way to the left back of the opponent's court. Watch how much movement there is and how much turn. Kalemau into pass, and she will pass that one reasonably well. Big block left side. Lickman and McCage combined for that one. The run has come. Can Team Sheilla respond? Look at the timing. Great penetration. That was all Lickman off the left hand of Lickman. She turns it in like the big smile we get to. A 9-1 run. 19-12. Woo! That's how you grab control of an overall as well. 44-34 now, 10 points clear. Well, you've been listening to us throughout the season. Key Michael's been taking a back behind the scenes look at everything. Here she is just tailing us around. She wouldn't leave us alone.
Hello, how are you? There's always a camera in Key's hands.
I have a question. Just how long are your legs?
What?
It's week 3.
Totally fresh.
Hump week.
We're up in the crow's nest. This is where Kevin and Heather do their magic. What do you guys do to get prepped?
Well, mainly we carry twigs from all over the arena and Fair Park, and we put them here in our space, and then we arrange them so it's comfortable. We get all of our papers out, and then we organize all of our papers, and then we write some more on our papers, and then we talk for like 2.5 hours or however long it takes.
Twigs and papers, just saving trees over here.
Don't lay an egg, whatever you do.
What's it like being up in the crow's nest with Kevin? Is it awful?
Actually, it's really entertaining. It's fun, but I have to be on my toes because he is like the pop culture king, and I basically live in a cave. I know nothing about pop culture, so I tell him, like, if he's gonna throw pop culture at me, he has to know that he's gonna get like this deer in the headlights look. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you guys do a great job. I feel like you make it look real smooth, really natural.
Sure. Fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah.
A little look at our crew there, and here are some of our cameramen, the intrepid guys who get all the shots for us. They're doing the real work here. The artists who combine with everyone in the truck to produce the show that you enjoy watching either worldwide or on our broadcast partners. We'll be on FS2 coming up tonight, and all the same people will be hard at work capturing that show. How nice is this cave you're in, Heather? I've heard good things.
I like my cave. My cave is my happy place, but I am not the pop culture person that you, nobody can keep up with you, but I definitely can't play your game.
I've just watched too much television growing up. That's the problem.
That's all good.
Hopefully you've watched entirely too much volleyball with us and you're prepared for more. We are excited to continue to take you through a night of volleyball here on a Wednesday. This is our final Wednesday of coverage. We'll be back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back to back to back, reminiscent of 2021 for our final season and championship night next Saturday evening. So about a week and a half away. Betty Dela Cruz coming off an ace. Noma, did she get enough of it? No, she did not. But Betty's turn at the service line ends with her team up 6.
And now Team Sheilla going to the double sub, bringing Rai Santos back into set in the backcourt. Taylor Morgan in as a front row right side blocker.
Cards nest with Big Beth is serving. She grabs the volleyball as a simple person taking a ping pong ball. All right, double sub in.
And look, they have Bastianelli actually blocking right, so Morgan can be in her natural middle blocker position.
Doesn't matter, McCage gets by. I asked Molly, I said, why does Beth choose you all the time? And she said, look, you want to play with people you're comfortable with, people you know, and we have a history from last year. We get along great, and that's part of what you need to have team chemistry.
Yeah, there's nobody on the roster that's played more with Betty Dela Cruz than Molly McCage.
Look at Molly with the pause. Fricano, crisp contact right to the end. That might have been a little sock puppet from Fricano.
Yeah, I think that works. And Fricano's stock is rising. We talked about it at the beginning of this match, how important it is to be mentally tough and to keep peaking and getting better and better as the season progresses. And that is exactly what Fricano is doing, really taking advantage of this opportunity De La Cruz has given her.
Run now 11-2 to get to 21-13. Molly has that one get away from her. But her team is up big, 46-36 in the overall, even after that side out for Team Sheilla. An entirely new group, probably won't be haunted by the lead they gave up in the third set against Team Low last weekend. Mao bangs it through the block. Always have to be ready. Geico leaderboard pops up, and you see Dela Cruz has taken back the #1 spot. Of course, Danny Drews will play later tonight, along with Valentine Anderson. Veronica Stone is having herself a nice offensive match as well. Alicia Childress, I think a lot of credit to her for the way she's been setting everybody.
I love the type of offense that Alicia Childress runs because she does get everybody involved. She likes that balance, quarterbacking the team.
Stone 5 of 10. Furcano with the defense. Bastianelli hits the late arriving Veronica Stone, I think in the forehead.
Yeah, absolutely. Based on Stone's reaction, I think it slipped through her hands and did get her in the face. Here you see Alicia Childress calling the sets. See a back row attack. Quick attack for Stone. A go for Lickman.
Fun fact, you're supposed to block the ball with your hands.
Fun fact.
Nice dig by Cruz. Overhead Sheilla again. Tipped into the net. Things slipping away here at 23-16. That lead back to 10 in the overall. 48-38, Team Dela Cruz. Bad pass, a serve, 10 trees, and a set point. Said keep the ball away from Lickman. You can't do it because you have to let her serve for the set. Another tough one, Mao. Blocked by Stone to close it out.
Team De La Cruz just gets better and better as this match progresses. Defense creating offense, offense creating defense, aces, you name it, they're doing it.
So we'll take it back to a week ago, a reconstituted group, but they have the same lead. 50-38, Team De La Cruz gonna try and win in the third. When we're back, Team Sheilla has the captain talking about retirement. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate and by Dick's Sporting Goods.
There is a path that leads to a community where everyone is welcome, where respect, teamwork, and passion pave the way. A path where greatness is born and legends are made. But wherever your path may lead you, it is yours.
I will play my last time pro league, so I'm so excited and also a little bit sad because I love volleyball. It's hard to stop. I know that a lot of people, fans and players and coaches doesn't want me to do this now, but I think arrived my moment.
Heather Cox, given how Sheilla is performing here on an individual basis, I wouldn't be surprised to see her thinking about coming back again.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Once she gets away for a while.
I think that I think that she feels really good about her decision. Obviously, you can see the emotion in her eyes and how much this means to her, but that just tells you the passion and the love that she has for this game. But I think she's also ready for the next chapter, ready to be a full-time, mom to her sweet, beautiful twins, and she also mentors the Brazilian youth national team. I think that she will stay involved in the game in different ways and make her mark in different ways.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to follow the journey. The jump is never easy. It's not this time that's the problem in taking away from other things. It's the time involved to train and keep yourself ready every day, and that time increases, of course, as you wear on in your career. She's won 2 Olympic gold medals as a member of the Brazilian national team. And numbers and Athletes Unlimited tonight. These numbers have just been accelerating throughout this season the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a privilege to watch Shayla Castro get better and better and better throughout this Athletes Unlimited season. 10 matches with 10 or more kills, 7 MVP awards, and she just keeps going up and up and up in those leaderboard points. And you know, it's been fun to talk to her throughout this season, and she said consistently to me, I cannot think about it. I cannot think about this last weekend. It's too much. It's too overwhelming, too emotional. But, you know, her days are numbered, and Saturday night will be it. It's kind of amazing to be a part of it.
They went 2-1 last week, did Team Sheilla, and Sheilla came back and selected many of the same players, 6 returners from last week playing alongside this legend. And you heard one of the players mention it. What an honor this is to be on the same side as Sheilla.
And last week we saw her single-handedly lead her team to a historic set win, 39-37 off of plays like this. The defense is incredible, not letting anything fall, refusing to let a ball drop and a point be given away.
And now leading her side. They face an uphill climb. Keep an eye on those Sheilla facts when you're watching this match as you look at the point breakdown. Love these here, so it gives you a real feel for how the points are happening. Now remember, I said those percentages earlier are an estimation here, a little bit different blend for Sheilla.
Yeah, just fascinating, telling you how important that team success is, that 47% going to the team wins. And then, of course, her individual stats, 920 of those points on the leaderboard. Making an impact on every area of the court.
Shayla's made a lot of volleyball history. Can she repeat history here in the third set? It was Team Dela Cruz up 50-38. Last weekend, they would lose in the overall 63-61 after a 25-11 third set loss.
Right, just needed 14 points in that third set. Could only come away with 11.
That is the magic number here as we get underway in the third for Team Dela Cruz, who serves Cass Lichtman, and we're underway. Kill right off the start for Team Sheilla and Ari Cruz, who's back.
Ari Cruz with her 5th kill on the day. They've had good balance. You look at Lindsay Stalzer, has 9 kills, 5 for Sheilla, now 5 for Ari, but the hitting efficiency has to go up, meaning less errors, more kills.
Oh, nice move by Alicia Childress. Hold off that overpass. Can she get to this second contact? Just barely. Look out for the cheese grater.
I feel like you have a little PTSD with these sideboards.
I've seen people.
I mean, have you been graded up in these things?
I've hit them before. They're hard. They don't move. But I've also seen, like, Chase Budinger.
Right.
Absolutely got destroyed. We had to have a 5-minute timeout where they taped him up because he was bleeding from an impact with one of the boards.
Should be like football where the pylons are like just like gymnastic mat material.
Right. I want a pylon cam. I'm still pitching for the pylon cam going back to last year that we could have one out there somewhere on the floor, and we'll put you right in middle back. We'll let you play middle back during the broadcast.
We've tried that with the net cam and it keeps getting hit.
Yeah, it's true. Pylon cam's slightly more durable. Overhead, Stone. Oh man, that was too close, and Ari Cruz got the lift.
Fun fact about the pylon cam, my football crew that I worked with, the director is the one that invented that, and I did the first game with pylon cam.
That is one of my favorite things ever, the pylon cam.
Great invention.
And I love that they took and put it on the first down line as well.
Yep.
Is he making residuals off that?
I hope so.
Man, back line winner, Ari Cruz. 4-1 start. Hey, how do you cut into it? 4-1 start will do it. That lead now, 51-42. Inside double digits. The cage, ball a little bit off. Cruz with the dig. Nutsara, beautiful set off that. Tough opportunity, and Stalzer. The Tom-Com to Stalzer connection.
Stalzer is just heating up now, double-digit kills. You just keep going to her as long as you can. She can hit over the block, through the block.
Especially in rhythm, that fast set. Oh, a little inside dump. What happened there? Another kill for Glass.
She's crafty.
Childress.
So cagey.
Alicia Childress with the family, all 3 kids here in Dallas. The youngest under a year, the oldest 4. Stalzer off the block and out of bounds. The right hand of Fricano being the rebound surface. An excellent open. It's going to have to continue this way for Team Sheilla. Ari Shut. Betty, good pass, big gather, and another kill.
Now Betty rotates to the back row, another area where she's very capable of scoring from. Nice in rhythm approach, kind of hits over her shoulder down the line, and now she gets to use that topspin jumper.
And she uses the dig there on the defense to create for Lickman, who's covered. I love Molly McCage's motor right there.
And she's always available, and she heard, like Cass Lickman was taken out of the offense, so Childress didn't have an outside option. So good on McCage to get her arm up and get available and tell her setter that she was there.
Yeah, she said, I'm up, as she was approaching. Keeps Betty at the line. 14 kills, 310, 10 digs. Look at that.
It's a stat line anybody would dream about. Oh,
yeah.
And add an ace to it.
Add another one. Dania de la Cruz is improving the planet and her team's chances of victory.
Nice high toss, gets a ton of topspin. Without all that topspin, that ball's not falling.
Every ace during this year puts 10 trees in the ground thanks to Aspiration and their support. We're over 1,400 trees planted at this point. Nearly added 10 more. That ball high off Stalzer. That ball put through the block by McCage. It's Team Dela Cruz on a roll. They're back to 6-6, and they're maintaining the same 12-point advantage. Key with Taylor Bruns.
I had to hold Taylor back from going into that huddle just then and celebrating. You guys have so much energy on the sidelines.
Yeah, we've got a great crew. Everyone, say hi.
Show us, show us.
Would you guys think of a different cheer for every single person?
We have cheers for each person and for aces, for blocks, and when they give us a free point, we have one for when we tool. We have a lot. It's actually a lot to remember.
Is that how
we have a playbook, you know, of our cheers.
Do you guys get points for every cheer that you do right and every one that you do wrong?
Is
there a leaderboard for the cheering?
I mean, we're definitely at the top of it if there is.
Well, tell me how you felt when Betty chose you in the draft, because you were the one to score the point against her in the last game.
Yes, I got some crap for that on the first day of practice, definitely. But it's all in the past, no hard feelings.
And your husband is here. How cool is it to
yes,
play in front of him again?
It's amazing. So great to have his support, and he lives in Sweden, so he doesn't get to watch all of our late matches, so the fact that he's here now and can see all of them is amazing.
Well, I'm so glad you came back for season 2, and I hope you come back indefinitely for the next 17.
Well, if you're here, I'm coming back.
You heard it, guys. Thanks, Taylor.
8-6 off the big block from Molly McCage right onto the top of Ali Bastianelli. Let's take you into the action with Guaranteed Rate right now.
Oh my God,
Or out near you.
You keep the same. The same good, right?
Yeah, me too.
Because Lindsay, did you pass? She passing good also this position.
Yeah.
So, 5.
Thailand legend Nutsara Tomcom there into the action with Guaranteed Rate, and number 88.
I love the access, getting to hear the behind the scenes. Nutsar Tomcon's been a professional player since 2007, one of the top setters in the world, one of the most popular players in the world. Doing a nice job leading her team right now.
Trying to get her team back, and this was moments ago. We're talking Taylor Bruns. The block from McCage gets Ali Bastianelli directly in the face. Looked like the right eye there.
Yeah, just ricocheted off the hands of McCage, and McCage obviously concerned for Ali Bastianelli, her opponent right now, but her friend, and having gone through it 2 weeks ago herself, wanting to check and make sure that Bastianelli is okay.
And by her body language there, it looks like she's all right. Got to kind of straighten the nose, actually, on that second angle.
That'll make your eyes water.
Shayla back in. A lot of work to do here in this set. 58-44 is now the lead, 14 points. And we've started our final Wednesday, but fans, there's still plenty of time for you to join us here at Fair Park. Come on out. See AU Volleyball in person. Tickets in 3-game and 5-game flex plans are at auprosports.com/tickets. Come and check it.
Team De La Cruz on a 6-0 run after Team Castro with the early 6-2 lead.
Ace service.
Wow, that's 4 aces now for Betty. Team Sheilla has got to make an adjustment. They know that ball's either going to middle back or left back. You've got to move your feet quickly, get behind it, get your body behind it. So where's that communication?
Hitting deep and hitting a gap. And then,
brutal.
Yes, a little celebration with Noma. Bastianelli finally gets the side out there, but not before a ton of damage done. Ran it all the way to 9-6 and threw a timeout to Team De La Cruz. That is the second time Betania's gone back there and her team has taken control.
And now the double sub for Team Sheilla. Rai Santos in as setter, so Tomcon goes to the bench. What this does is it allows 3 hitters and blockers across the front row, leaves a back row setter.
Down ball swing missed by Fricano.
And amazingly, we're in the third set here, middle of the third set. That is the first hitting error from Taylor Fricano in 13 swings. She has been playing so efficiently, and really her first true action as a front row player. Was a blocking specialist a little bit last week, but really taking advantage of this opportunity.
Again, transition opportunity for Team Sheilla. And again, it's Lindsay Stalzer, the reliable number 29. 9 up.
Just can't tell you how impressed I've been with Lindsay Stalzer's game throughout this Athletes Unlimited season. I love her athleticism. She's super springy, super jumpy, has a live wire arm, and definitely an asset to any team that she's on.
Speaking of jumpy, Taylor Morgan, I think, killing off a cricket right there mid-match. Ace service right back the other way between Nomaris and Betty.
And Rai Santos doing exactly what your job is. When you come in off the bench, not only do you need to provide skill, you know, get the aces, get the blocks, get the digs, do everything you can, but she's also providing that energy and that spark to try to get a little run going for Team Sheilla.
Saw husband Jesse Colon, who was here earlier this year, Puerto Rican national team player. Right to that same spot, nearly got another. Fricano rolls that one just over the block, and it's good. You definitely don't have any scouting on Taylor Fricano. You didn't have much to go on, and Taylor's shown a variety of shots. Bastianelli blocked by Lickman.
That is the second stuff block we've seen tonight from Cassidy Lickman. Just has the number. Perfect timing.
As usual, technically sound, number 8 in orange.
Some of her opponents call her the Queen of Zen, just always there. Always doing
Tough
the right
serve,
thing.
McCage, an ace. So the ace game is being won by Team De La Cruz. That's going to be number 7 in aces. Molly McCage is 3rd.
Look at the open areas to serve right here. The short serves will work, or the gaps.
Back row setter called, and that created again by the service of McCage. They'll unwind the double sub right now on the other side. Team De La Cruz dictating. Fourteen's the magic number. Here we go. For the overall. Not yet. Well, they came in with a 12-point lead. They only needed 14 to close out the overall, because as soon as they score 64 points, that will be one more than the available points for Team Sheilla. Stalzer's second in ace is coming in. Almost had one. Bastianelli, back-to-back kills for number 55.
Give the credit to Nutsara Tomcom for going back to run those good passes. Like we said, Tomcom likes to run those quick attacks. And Bastianelli just so good off of one leg behind the setter, especially left one-on-one. Hard for Stone to close that gap so quickly.
Noma couldn't quite decide on that one. I don't know how Cassidy Lickman manufactured a kill out of that play, but it doesn't matter. That is the overall. 14-12 the lead here in the third, but this is it for the aggregate score and 60 points.
So sneaky, does a great job staying out of the net as well. And I love it, she's celebrating it's down long before it was. Like, I know nobody can get that up. A double sub now for Team De La Cruz.
Team De La Cruz is looking to open this weekend with a sweep. They are just 40 points away, and that would be the win in this set. Nice dig by Bruns. Backslide, Bastianelli, soft this time. Nomaris, Bruns, Lickman, popped up, what a reach. First action for Nikki Withers, but it's Cassidy Lickman with another stuff block.
3 stuff blocks now for Cassidy Lickman, who started this Athletes Unlimited season as a back row specialist. Didn't even get a sniff in the front row, and now becoming an MVP in the front row.
That's 36 points just from blocks. Cass Lickman, her team up 3. So Cruz pounds it through, still trying to get this set, avoid the sweep. Our team Sheilla, 40 points remain to be decided on the team side. Betty fights it off. Where will this one go? Nowhere for a swing. Stone, little tight backslide.
And you know, Kevin, something to note with the double sub that comes in, 42, Nikki Withers is on the court for the first time in her Athletes Unlimited season. 4 weeks in, now getting an opportunity out of USC, getting an opportunity on the right side right now to help out Team De La Cruz.
Began her collegiate career at Fullerton, finished at USC, and was all Pac-12 as a senior. Well, that ball takes an unfortunate bounce off the net and a kill.
We talked about the free ball kill earlier, Kevin. Cassidy Lickman can do no wrong right now.
17-13. Good touch. Withers maybe? Outside to Betty. Tooled off the outside hand, number 42. 3 hitters to the front row for Team Sheilla. Cass shoots it to Betty. Little turn and swing from Airy, and it is long.
I like the idea, though, trying to catch the defense off guard, hitting over on that second touch.
It's just hurtful right there, but hilarious. X-play to Sheilla.
Well, you don't see that very often from Shayla. I love the quick attack, and again, the assist to Nutsara, calling a nice complex offense.
You don't see too many X's anymore. Internationally, people don't run them too much.
Which I don't get. I love it. I mean, it just causes so much commotion, all the crossing patterns on the floor.
Tough one in the middle of the cage. Shot deep. Lickman read that one. The cage got more of it that time, a little too much as it goes wide right. I thank our official partner Geico for their support of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. Ball is wide. 6 points away from the sweep, our Team De La Cruz.
And now the double sub back, so Alicia Chilvis coming back onto the court as the setter. Taylor Furcano coming back in as that right side attacker.
Entering the match, number 51.
But Danny De La Cruz, with a whole new crew this week, will have gone from being swept to doing the sweeping. There have not been too many sweeps this year. Harry Ship back to serve. Tight, outside. Furcano with the hands, a lot of traffic happening there, but Danya missed. But a net violation will save it. Betty knows she got away with one there.
She'll take it.
The sneaky smile. We should award points to the team with the best bench celebrations. Team De La Cruz is going to take home those points. Clydesdale Marie, go ahead and just award those. How many points is that? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's a good one. Can't get as many as a kill. I mean, like 6? What do you think?
Oh, but for a match, like a match win?
For a match,
yeah.
Okay.
That ball's wide.
Taylor telling us that they have a playbook. I think she might have been joking, but they have definitely been rehearsing and practicing several celebrations.
Yes, they have. They might have to rehearse a new one for the overall victory, but Danya misses that one. But a sigh of relief comes from the other side. 7 of the 11 aces that Bethania De La Cruz has on this year have come in the last 2 matches. That one off the heel of her hands. Nice dig by Nomaris, hunting in that seam, but a stuff block negates it. Again, Bastianelli. 2019.
And no shocker that Ali Bastianelli leads the league in blocks, just patrols from pin to pin. Watch the movement. She goes from the ball to watching the hitter's shoulder, keys in right on Lickman's right shoulder.
I asked her, why have you been so effective at blocking? She said, look, I knew the quality this year was better. I think the offenses were going to be in rhythm. And I think I've been better with my eye work this year, and you saw it there. She got right down to the hitter.
Absolutely, yeah. You can watch her head just go straight from ball to hitter.
Keep your eye out for those fun facts popping up off the score. All about Shayla Castro. We'll be doing it all weekend as you enjoy coverage. Outside, big high swing, dug over. Bastianelli's caught fire offensively.
I don't think we've seen Bastianelli make one mistake when she swings behind the setter. She is just money.
Well, Allie's been getting a lot of defensive opportunities, not as many offensive. This is probably the most that she's had all season long.
Yeah, there's no chance, Kevin, that she's had an error on a slide because she has not had a hitting error at all.
Excellent deduction, Heather Cox.
Shocking.
Outside, Cass Lickman. Calm platform to a good set, but it is just wide. Important point there for Team De La Cruz. They have already taken the overall. They have taken the first 2 sets, 22 and 16. They built themselves a lead so big they closed out the overall mid-set here. They want the sweep. Fricano's been terrific. Good touch. Cass Lickman puts the pancake on the griddle. Off the block and out of bounds for Stalzer. Bastianelli back to serve, career high 9 kills already in that hitting performance Heather Cox detailed.
And I think right now, if you're looking at areas to serve, you want to go area 6. That's right in the middle back of the court. Serve Betty De La Cruz, because to her left, you've got one of the best passers in the league in Cassidy Lickman. And to the right, you've got Noma Velez-Augusta, the libero. So serve the hitter in this situation.
Bastianelli will put it into play. She's out of the front row. That's bad news. First player ever to get 50 blocks in league history. Here she'll set. Back row, Bedania blocked, covered. Oh, it's Bastianelli diving in there. Very nice. And it pays off. How about the defense from the double nickel? .55 gets us to 22 all.
See if she goes back to De La Cruz. She served her last time. I think the goal is to serve her again at area 6, deep middle back.
Not quite enough defense that time. Team De La Cruz hanging on to the 1-point advantage. You have to win by 2. Will we go overtime?
Team Sheila with a front row setter. So just 2 hitters now.
Sheila out of the back row, popped up by Lickman. Glass calls everyone off. No swing, miscommunication. Stone makes him pay. Put that one in the fire. And we are at a set point. In this case, sweep point. Done. A couple of late set pushes, one in the first from 20 all and one in the third from 22 apiece. And a dominant second set has Team De La Cruz going for the perfect 180.
De La Cruz doing a great job from every area of the court. They won the service game, they won the blocking game, they won the attacking game. An excellent outing for Team De La Cruz's 9 new players of the 11 for Team Betty. I think she's got to be pretty proud of the team she drafted.
75-60, that MVP voting is open, and the players will be casting their votes right now as we look at our Geico defensive play of the match. And our crew loves defense at the net. Cassidy Lickman.
3 stuff blocks for Cassidy Lickman, 1-on-1, getting it done to help her team to 9 team blocks. She does such a nice job with her footwork, which leads to the eye work, keen in on the hitter's shoulder, and timing it perfectly for the Geico defensive play of the match.
End of the season, we'll award the Geico Defensive Player of the Year. It comes with an added $5,000 bonus. Who will take it home? Noma Aris Velez-Augusta, number 40 there in white, took it home last year. Paid some bills, and we have paid some bills here tonight. Look at that. Yeah, show us the sweep money. Took just one sweep point, 180 points, 25-22, 75-60 the total. We have Team Valentin Anderson and Team Drews coming up next. We'll see on Fox Sports 2. Heather Cox, Key Michael, Kevin Barnett and all of our crew will be back. Our second game is 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We will see you soon from Fair Park. Cruz opens the weekend with brooms out.